Hey, what's up guys? Today we're gonna do something a little bit different and we're gonna throw a Viper cut on our 5th gen 4Runner. The reason we're doing that is because we want to keep running this covert bumper on here. It just tucks so nicely into the vehicle. It's super low pro, it's lightweight. We love having this bumper, but we find ourselves wanting a little bit more tire clearance right there in front. So stay tuned, let's buzz this thing up. All right, so now we're getting set up for our cut. So you can see I have this painter's tape stretched. This is indicating where we're gonna cut. The way we're doing this is we're gonna use the less aggressive Viper cut. There are several ways to do this. Some cuts kind of follow this line up high. We're going a little more conservative. So where the angle is right here, we're gonna follow that line up, and then on the back side, we're gonna tie into this second bolt down back here. That'll indicate where the tape's gonna end on this side. So once you get your tape applied, stand back and really look at it, make sure everything's nice and straight before you get to cutting. And then down here, we just kind of turned, made this little rounded edge, and then came back in. We want to save this bolt right here, so don't remove that. But always cut long, about an 1/8 inch, and then sand to the line. Don't get too aggressive with that first cut. All right, now that we got our cut, we're gonna remove the two 10mm screws holding this piece on, and then we'll start sanding that cut and get it nice and straight. All right, so we finished up our initial cut. We still have to get in there and do our sanding and really dial that in. But one change that we made is the bracket coming off of our covert was like sitting way out here, and it looked kind of tacky. We just wanted this to be really clean and streamlined. So I just went ahead and chopped that off nice and straight with this line here. And then we made this bracket that'll bolt to our covert bumper to retain that. We just drilled a hole right here. So this bracket will be available on our website. If you want it, go check it out. But yeah, it'll work with our bumper and the Viper cut. So if you're wanting to do this same setup, this bracket will be available. We'll go ahead and get this installed, stand it up, show you what it looks like. All right, so we got our cut sanded up, and man, did it turn out great. We have tons of clearance now, great wheel approach angle, that's awesome. We just gotta deal with this now. So we're just gonna push this up into the corner, mark it with a Sharpie, trim it to fit, scissors, razor knife works just fine, and then we'll drill a little hole and I'll show you where, and we'll get a zip tie to secure that. Once we get that done, we'll jump on the other side, do the exact same process. So you can see I've drawn with a Sharpie on this inner fender liner where we're gonna cut it. And then we're just gonna drill a hole right here in the corner. And like I said, we'll get a zip tie, and that'll probably end up about right there, but we'll measure it once we get close. But we'll be able to zip tie this up out of the way once we get it cut and drilled. All right, so we just finished the cut on the passenger side. Now you can kind of see what I was talking about with this big bracket that we removed on the other side and replaced with our new Viper cut bracket. So yeah, you can kind of see this just takes up a lot of room. It kind of comes out here in the open, and the whole idea with this is getting more clearance. So we want everything tucked out of the way as much as possible. So here's what that looks like. We're gonna go ahead and cut it to match the other side and install the Viper cut bracket to kind of clean that up. But here's the visual. All right, so we got our bracket installed and tightened down. Now we're gonna trim this fender liner just like we did on the other side and install the CBI washer skid just to clean up this washer fluid reservoir. All right, guys, there you have it. The Viper Cut on our 5th Gen 4Runner. Such a cheap option, but man, it adds so much to the vehicle as far as looks and performance off-road. If you like this video, please punch that like and subscribe button down below and leave us a comment. Thanks for watching.